Well, welcome everybody to your Wow Your Business, our week one. And I am so excited along with Tracy. I'm going to go ahead and put this so we can all see each other. Look at this. This is so fun. We are really excited to be hosting this 6-week Push to Diamond for you. And we didn't really want to call it a Push to Diamond because it really is about your business. It's about building your business, growing your business, and whether or not you actually hit diamond in the end, we want all of you to grow your business. We want to wow your business. So that means we're going to teach you how we work it, own it, and win it. Wow. And I think that, that's basically what we want to do. We're not going to do a lot of content stuff. We're going to share with you the actual things that we do, and then we're going to have you apply them. So really after today, that's why I wanted to share that webinar with you yesterday so you could start getting your heads around that. And, we're doing this today so that we can answer questions, and then I'm going to show you some of the photo apps that I use. But mostly, we want you to spend the rest of this week putting into action. We want you to create your content calendar. We want you to create 3 compelling posts a day. We want you to get into a system so that this is not the hardest part of your power hour or the most draining part of it, but it's something that you can easily get your head around. I know, creating compelling posts requires some creativity, right? And sometimes we just don't feel like it. I mean, I can think when I am not prepared, I find myself just staring at the computer, and then I start scrolling around, and the next thing you know, it's, 2 hours later, and I still don't have any compelling posts, but I've seen a lot of, a lot of my friends' pictures, and I've checked out these coach pages, and I wish that I was living in Florida so I could take a picture on the beach, and 20 years younger and had a baby so I could make a cute picture. All that stuff when you start looking around too much. So when you have the time to just sit and create your compelling content, and that's why your brand, your niche is so important, because you have to be you and you have to know who you is. So I know that some of you had trouble accessing the document, and actually I'm going to see if I could put it into a PDF and re-upload it to our group. Actually, my assistant doesn't start working until the time I go to bed. So I just messaged her and said, as soon as you wake up and get online, let me know and let's get this figured out. So I'll get that posted into the group. But I wanted to take any questions before I get into the actual teaching of the photo apps, which you guys probably won't ask any questions because you're just dying to see that, aren't you? Oh, thank you. You love my earrings. Okay. Any questions about content calendar? Do you know what you need to be doing? Do you understand why it's so important? And unmute yourself for sure. Just, unmute if you want to. You don't have to type in your question. Somebody needs to ask a question though, because I'm not going to go on until somebody does.
Okay, I'm going to ask a question.
Patty's
I am the question.
Plant. I should just plant her in the group and say, you're going to ask a question. Okay.
Well, okay. Am I being dense, or is this, so the document you were just talking about, is that like a sample calendar, content calendar, or what is that you're talking about?
Well, the content calendar, I believe, works. The sample content calendar, it's just a Word document. Did anybody try to open that?
No, where is that? That's what I'm asking. Is I missed that, and so I'm behind, which I hate to be behind.
I posted all of that in the group. Did I post links? I think I posted links in the recorded call that I did, the webinar that I did. So have you watched the webinar?
Yes.
Okay. Somebody can look for that, and if you want to, and tell me where.
Okay. Oh, you mean in the comments? You posted links in the comments, or?
We'll look for it. We'll look for it. It's the same place I posted the 21 days to post.
It's in her description of the video.
Oh, in my description of the video.
Yeah.
Handy dandy.
It's in step 2, set up your content calendar template. Tweak it so it feels like you, and the link.
Gotcha. Okay. Let me see if I can open that. Yep.
Okay. So there it is. It's in the information of the video post. See, I put it in that handy dandy place so it would always be where the video is. Okay. Are there any questions about how to use the content calendar and how to use the 21 days of posts? Nope. Okay. Good sign. All right. So what I expect is that, like I said, after, share some of your ideas. It would be really neat to see some of your sample, like even your first day of posts. Like, this is my first day. Here's my first 3. So actually that will be something that I will have as a go-do from this webinar. And then the people that are listening recorded as well will also be able to participate in that. So I'm going to show you some of the photo apps that I use. And that was what I was getting set up before I got on this call, because in order for me to show you what I do on my phone, I need to be able to show you my phone. And so I was looking for my handy dandy little reflector software that I downloaded, only to discover that my free trial ended, and then I had to purchase it, and then the license key didn't work. So I Googled quickly, because remember, Google is our friend. Yes, it's our friend. And I Googled another app real quick, and I found one. So let's take a look at it. These are all just really handy tools to have as you're teaching your coaches and things like that. So I'm going to share my screen. Look at that. I can just take it right there. I hope that works. No, that's not what I wanted to do. All right. So can you guys see my screen? Okay.
It says Deborah has started screen sharing, but it's just black.
Okay. Stop share. Let's try this again. I was trying to do something different. Now I'm looking for my reflector app. Where did it go? That's the one that doesn't work. I just had it up. Okay, let me look here.
Deb, while you're doing that, I wanted to mention something about your video that everybody else might benefit from. You talked about sharing videos, but when you are doing a page as opposed to your personal profile, you can save the video. Any video you see on Facebook, just right-click on it and save it as a video. And when you post it on your page, upload it to your page, because it's going to get you way more traction that way. Don't share it.
Definitely.
Say that again, Donna.
Don't share it from the original source.
Right.
Upload it to your page, and then you can reference the original source, but upload it organically to your page.
Doesn't that depend on how viral the video is?
Yeah, but I mean, but if you just share it and then someone shares it from your page, it's just going to continue to boost the original page it's from.
Yeah, and I don't have a problem doing that if it's like a BuzzFeed or something like that.
Yeah.
I do that on my, Shalene Johnson calls that priming your like page for video. And this is what she taught us in Marketing Impact. She said to prime your like page for video so that Facebook will, because like if I upload a video, like a workout video to my like page, I get moderate viewing, but not, sometimes not much at all. Because Facebook, they don't know who I am, and they're like, nobody wants to see your video. So, but she said, if you prime your page for video, meaning you're showing videos that are getting tons and tons of views and people are liking them and viewing them, then Facebook will start to say, oh, people like video from this page, and then it will show your videos better. So I was doing that, and it was kind of fun, and you can see it actually happen. Like I would just, find, like even a Shalene Johnson video gets a ton of viral action, but you could just see the pages, the reach on my like page just go up and up and up and up when I was sharing a viral video every day. So you're exactly right though. Organic video does much better. But yeah, and that's a cool tip, is how to download a video from Facebook. So you guys are seeing my phone and you're seeing all the messages on my phone. Okay. So I wanted to show you, let's just dig right on into it. I haven't prepared any pictures to edit for you. We're just going to do this on the fly. So this is I have 2 pages of editing tools for my photos. But really the ones that I really, really love the most are, I like Moldive for collages. I also like Moldiv. Oh, I can't click on that. I have to click on my phone. It's like I'm trying to click on my computer and it doesn't work. And Moldiv is one of those that when you do a search for collage apps, it doesn't, I don't think, come up because it doesn't have the word collage in its name, but it's one that I really, really like. But what's really, and it's just your typical collage app. I mean, there's really nothing exceptionally fabulous that it does that other collage apps don't do. You know, you can put text on it. So like if I want to go here, I mean, just for grins, you can see all the stuff I have here. Well, just 3 random pictures. So, you know, I can just put text on it. So I can put as much text on it as I want and do different fonts, which is kind of fun. And I can put different colors. You know, and if you click that checkerboard right there, it gives you like that's really fun too. So it takes that text and makes it kind of even more fun. I'm trying to make it bigger. Let's do something so we can see it better. I'm going to move it up. Right up there so you can see it. So, and then I can edit. So it's kind of fun to do some fun things with your text like that. I mean, so that's you know, fun. You can also change your, sorry, clicking around. You can also change your frames. So if you want to do some different things with your frame, you can get rid of your frames. You can make them thicker, you know, kind of like that. So, you know, it's just basically just, you know, a fun little collage app. Now, what's kind of cool about Moldiv is these things down here, magazine mode, which is something I didn't even know about, but it's like got these layouts already with words on them, and you can't, it's called magazine mode, so you have to be careful. But what's neat is it's got these cool layouts. Now, it does have words already on it. Well, like this was a perfect one. Live what you love, live what you love, live what you love. I mean, that would be a perfect thing for us to pop some pictures in and make just a fun little thing. So that's just a cool thing I just discovered with Moldiv that I didn't even know about until probably the last couple months. So that's the secret to Moldiv. If anybody has any questions, I can't see the chat, but unmute yourself and we can definitely chat. So a lot of times when I'm doing pictures, I'll do more than one app, but I'll just show you again. Just FYI, this carousel here, I have a Dropbox. So what Carousel does is it takes the pictures that are on my phone and it moves them into Carousel, which then makes them available on my Dropbox, and it gets them off my phone. So if you're having issues with phone space, then you really want to find a way to get your pictures off your phone. But what I like about Carousel is they're still accessible. So I can click on Carousel and, you know, it actually will tell me, I think down here in more, settings, free up iPhone space. If I do that, it'll tell me that it has, let's just see real quick. This is a handy tip because I'm always running out of space. And when you go to Summit and you go to all these things and you're taking videos and pictures and now you can't do it anymore. This tells me that you have photos and videos safe in Dropbox that are still taking up space on your iPhone. Carousel can help you free this up. It'll free up 1.8 gigabytes of space. So this is a cool thing. Now, I did upgrade my Dropbox so that it was bigger than the free. So you can start off with the free if you want, but I've found this to be a huge saver. And it's always, you know, like, I don't know if you're like me and Sydney, but it's like every time you take a picture of your phone, like, oh my gosh. And then you're like, did it really save? Did it really save to Dropbox? Well, this is telling me, yes, it did. So that's something that I recommend. So I'm not going to do for iPhone. I don't know anything about Android, so I cannot answer that question. I'm sorry.
I just got them both on the Android market.
Okay, good. So Donna can be our Android spokesperson. Rona is another app that I like. I don't use it as much as I used to because I've found so many other apps that I like, but Rona's neat because it's got, let's see, let's pull up a picture. Well, number one, it's got background. So if you wanted to just do words on a background or something, you could do that. But other apps have that. So that's not the entirely most cool thing about it. Let's find a picture. Oh, we won't do that. That's a dub smash. That would be silly. Let's take this up. Let's not do that one. I'm going to use just a simple picture that hasn't been edited already. Let's take this one. Okay. So what do I want to do with this picture? I can make it square if it's not already. I can, change the size. Being able to square a picture is good if you want to use it for Instagram particularly. So you just crop it. But what's cool about Rona is it's got all these already designs in it. So let's say I wanted to do, a lot of times we like to use, like it's got things like I can pick no one left behind. So, maybe I want to do, I used this one time. I took a picture of some little ducks crossing the street, and there was the mama duck and all the little baby ducks. And there was this one right there, and I said, no one left behind. I didn't have to come up with the funny phrase. I didn't have to come up with formatting this, because that used to be my big question mark when I saw other coaches' pictures. I'm like, how do they get all those fonts and designs on these words? I don't know how to do that. So Rona was the first tool that I learned about that would allow me to do that. And then you can change them out. I may not be there yet, but I'm closer than I was yesterday. So it's kind of neat to have already pre-made designs in there. And seriously, you could find just about anything you want in here. There's all different kinds, clocks. There's, holiday things, stuff like that. So that's the thing that I really fell in love with about Rona. And there's a ton of free stuff. And then, of course, if you want to, they've got packs that you can buy. So like if it's sometimes I'll buy, I like their inspirational words packs. So if they have a new one of those, a lot of times I get it. Here's a travel pack or something like that. Insta travel, Insta Sane. So that might be kind of a neat one to have, but they're really inexpensive, 99 cents, and you get tons and tons of new stuff. So that's a neat way to kind of keep your photos fresh. The other thing you can do with Rona is you can do fonts. So if you go back, if I want to add, so now I can add in fonts if I want, and it's got all kinds of fonts. So, you click on one and then you get a whole bunch more, and you can add colors to them. And there's also more, so you can do, specific color schemes and things like that. So there's a lot you can do with that. I don't want to belabor it. And then up here at this little, up here, that's where you can do some fine tuning. You can do shadowing, outlining, some things like that are nice to be able to do to whatever it is you're editing. So to the font in this case is what I would be editing. And you can also add layers. So I want to add this picture, and now I want to add another picture, and I do a plus so that it knows I want a totally new picture, or I can actually do a duplicate picture, your best, something like that. There's just a lot of different things you can do there. So that's, you can see that it has a lot of possibilities. The other thing you can do from Rona is you can open it in Rona Magic. So I found Rona Magic. It's got some more editing tools. It's got these layers. That's just a terrible picture, isn't it, with all that stuff on it? That's like bad. So it's got different filters. So you can do some interesting things. Make your pictures a little more psychedelic if you want. So that's always nice. Black and white. Candy, that's a neat one. So you can totally colorize your pictures. That's fun, for certain things. And then you can add in, there's different colors. And this Bloca thing, that's the sparkles and stars. You could add, lights. So there's a lot of things you can do here. Okay. Now I got to show you this one. Okay, I really need to get a different picture. Okay, I've got to do this because I love this. And I always forget where it's at. It's like, where is that? Okay, I'm going to start over because I really want to show you this. If I can get out of it. Sorry. Oops. Get out. I need to start over. There we go. And so you can actually delete layers too. So if I decide that I don't like some of the layers I put on, I can delete them. Oh, I can delete those like that. How about that? Okay, so there's the picture. So this is what I think is really cool. In Rona Magic, I can do an inset. So say I want to do, I guess it doesn't really matter. So I could do a logo in here, for instance, if I wanted to, right? I could do, you know, I did a really fun pic with Austin's graduation that you can see right here. Let's see if I start over. So let's see. Well, you saw what I did. You know, I like to keep my my logo and my favorites right there, so I can just, so all of the things in my magic, so I always have this logo in my magic, so I can always use it. If I can get it up there, there we go. So I could really just use this to pop it into, it doesn't look very good on that background, but so that's the cool thing about Rona Magic. You can do that in another app too, though, so it's not the only one that can do that. So let's look at, I'll look at the other one I really like. I love Layout. That's a fun app. That's really made for Instagram pictures, but I am finding that I really like it for other things too. So for instance, I recently did one where I wanted to show all the work we've been doing on our house. So I tagged all the pictures that I want to put in a layout, and then it shows me how they will lay out. So, you know, I can say, well, I want to do that layout. I want one big picture and 3 small pictures, and I can move this over, make it a little bit bigger, and then I've got these other ones. And what's neat about this is there's no borders. It's just kind of a neat thing. The other cool thing you can do with this is, let's see, is mirroring, and that's, you'll see that on a lot of pictures too of late. So we'll just do the booty picture here. So let's say I want to do this one, and then I want to mirror it. So I could do that, right? Or maybe I want to, maybe I want my booty to touch. I don't know. I don't like that one as well. You can also flip upside down. I don't need to be doing that. So I'm going to show you what I would do now. So I'm going to take, I want to take this back. So I like that. That's kind of cool. So I'm going to save that. So this is me in action now with my app. So that's done. So now what I'm going to do is let's take that over to, well, I could take it over. No, I just did that. I could take it over to Word Swag, which is another one I like. And it allows you to put word. It's got blank backgrounds too, which is neat if you just want to do words. Let me show you real quick. So say I want to do that, just a background, and I want to put, and it's actually got already, it's got quotes in it. So you can find different quotes. Like if you're having a hard time finding content, right? You're like, oh, you have to learn the rules of the game, an essential aspect of friend. So you could do something like that. Let's pick a quote, and I don't like that color. I can't see it. I don't really like that font, so I can play around, and it's got every single different design style has more than one option, right? So I can make that bigger. So I can actually just create a custom picture, one of those quote graphics that we're always going to Google to find. I can create that in here. And I don't even have to come up with the quotes if I don't want to. And I used to do that a lot until I realized that with my personal development, now when I'm reading my personal development, a lot of times I'm reading it for quotes. Like I'm reading it, you know, I'll see things that stand out and I'll just take a little sticky note and I'll tag the page, or if it's, you know, my book and not the library's, I can highlight it, or I'll even journal it in my Miracle Morning Journal so that I can put that into a quote. And so that's really, really easy to do. I mean, I know I used to spend so much time trying to figure out how to make a picture like this. I would go into PowerPoint. That was my photo editing app, PowerPoint. And I would Google, I would look for some kind of background, and I would try to figure out how to do a squiggly line. And no, you don't have to do that. So that's what's really cool here. The other thing, it's got different colors, and then it's got some different color combinations. So sometimes, you know, I'll just, you know I want to do a cool, you know, just I really want my words to stand out. And that's when this is neat, is when you want your words to stand out. Now, see, this is just one sentence, so it doesn't have a lot of, it's not giving me a lot of depth in my design. The other thing that you can do with this is you can re-swag it. So like if I want to go back in, you can't do layers while you're doing it. So I would have to open it back up again. And if I want to put my, my website on it so that I make this picture mine, so that because everyone's going to love it so much, they're going to want to use it over and over. I want to make sure they know that it came from me, right? When it goes viral. So I can add that in. And I can change that if obviously I don't want that to be huge like that. My phone is not being very sticky. Why is it doing
Deb,
that?
the Android alternative to WordSwag, because it's not in the Android market, is called InstaQuote.
Okay. But I was showing you, see, this is my, it's not the app, it's my phone. It's not being sticky. Let me just close that down. So I wanted to show you what I was going to do with this picture. So I might take it into WordSwag, and I might open up my camera roll and take my fun little picture here. And I can crop it, or I can not crop it, but it's already a square, so I'll just crop it. And, you know, maybe I just want to put something in here. Never too late to be your best you. And notice I'm putting page breaks in here, and that's because I want this to have some depth. So obviously I don't like that. So when I put those page breaks in, it gives me the line breaks. Otherwise it would have been more of a sentence. So I can, you know, something, let's see, over here, maybe I want to do a badge or something like that, and I want to change it a little bit. So that's what you can do with that. You can also do a little bit of editing on your picture if you want to change, you know, the colors of your picture. Some apps you can't do that. You can't, like in WordSwag, you can't edit or put any filters on your actual picture. So that's what I like about WordSwag, is it gives you all these different fonts and texted graphics that you don't have to make interesting on your own. So I might take that picture into WordSwag, but I really, really, really like PhotoFi. That's almost like the app that can do everything. So a lot of times I'm taking my pictures right into PhotoFi first off. So wait, give us a second. It's got so much magic in it that it takes a little while to open. So I'm going to create, so we can just open up that same picture again. So what's neat about this one, I usually just go right to the text and overlays, and I will type in artwork, I will type in workout. And now I've got all these different things. I could try that out perhaps. That's kind of a neat one to put in there. And I could put a shadow on it to make it a little more interesting. I can change the color. Maybe I want to make it pop. Blend in with my walls. I can do different things. I can put a pattern on it. Eeks, not so much. Sometimes less is more, just let me tell you that. And then mask, that's something I don't use a whole lot. But you can do stuff like that. So if you had the right word and the right background, you can do some interesting things with masking. So I'll go back, and so if I don't like that, I can type in, but you see the possibilities in this. This is the app that I just really love, because again, you don't have to, it's just like already designed for you. So if I find what I like, let's go back again, just do squats. How about that? That works. That seems kind of apropos. You might even see this picture show up on my Facebook page, who knows. So I always like to put a shadow on because that helps it be seen better in the background. So I'm gonna apply that, and then I can go, there's other things here. The artwork and the stickers, I don't really know what the difference is. They look the same to me. You can add frames if you want. I don't really do much with frames, but you could add frames. And then you can create a meme, which I did that. That's kind of fun to do too, right? I'm not real great at that, but I did one the other day and I thought it was pretty fun. I thought I was pretty cool. I thought it was pretty hip that I created my own. Is it called meme or mimi? Who knows? Meme? Well, I'm calling it a meme. My daughter will laugh at me if it's wrong. You can also crop these pictures. You can zoom in, zoom out. So that's nice. So really, this is an amazing app. You can do just so much with it. You can rotate it if you needed to, which we don't need to do that. You can also do a mirror image here. If you have, I don't know what you would do with that though. Oh, there you go. Sometimes it's just fun to play around with them. But remember, less can be more. And then I will usually go over to the filters and check out, do I want this to look a little different? So a lot of times I do. So I like the filters over here. They can be pretty neat. So we might just play around with that. So, and then photo blur, you'll see that a lot too. I don't know if you've seen that on pictures, but that's pretty cool too. So you can do that. And that just makes it interesting, right? We're talking about scroll stopping pictures now, right? Now, if I could have just posted, I like that picture. I could have just posted a picture of me, just the original picture. Right here. That's not a bad picture, right? That's not a bad picture. But if I go back to, I don't know if it's scroll stopping. I don't know if this one's scroll stopping, but it's interesting. What do you think? I don't usually post directly to Facebook from the apps. I don't know why, but I just don't. So maybe that would be a good Facebook post, is to post those two pictures side by side and say which one would capture your attention more. I think I'm going to do that. See, random question. Those are really good things to post. Totally random question. Asking people their opinion. They love it. Okay, so the other one that I like a lot, I've got some on here that I don't use very often, and I just have them for every once in a while. Over, I like over. This is why I like over, because let's again, oh, I don't like it when it does that though. Let's go back to, this is what I like about over. Let's take the same picture. So again, I can add in my logo if I so desire. And if a picture that is in PNG, this is a tidbit that I just learned recently. is going to show up without a background on it versus a JPEG file. Like I have my logo in JPEG, and when I would put it in a picture, it would have a white background. So if I put it on this picture, I don't want it to have a square white background. So I saved it also as a PNG file, and there's no background on it. I don't know. Everybody may have known that but me, but nobody told me. So I had to figure that out myself. So here's what I like about Over. So let's say that I want to do, I'm doing a picture about, I can go to Google right here, and I can type in, say I want to do, well, I was doing 21 Day Fix Extreme. So let's just type that in, 21 Day Fix Extreme. Now I have PNG logos for 21 Day Fix Extreme that I can pop into my picture. And look at the color. That's a great match. I might have to do that one too. Is that the coolest thing ever? I feel like I'm showing you guys all my tips and tricks, so you're just going to be just amazing. I think that's pretty cool. So you can do other things with Over, but that's what I like the most about it. Let's see what else we want to do with this.
Deb, is that Over, O-V-E-R?
O-V-E-R. You can add,
as opposed to under.
As opposed to under. You can add text as well. So if I wanted to just add some text to this picture, like say I wanted to put my website on here. So what I would do is I should really take my Deborah Baska Fitness logo instead of my Team Dare to Dream, or I should, just put this deborahbaska.com into a PNG file however I want it, and then I can just pop it in every time I want. So I can also add text. Now the text is, pretty basic. I mean, you can do some different things with it. You can change size, you can change color, but it's not as fancy as some of the text. So it really kind of depends what you want to do. If you're wanting to create text, then I don't think Over is the app that I would use. It's not where I would go in to type my own words and things like that. But when I really want to put a picture on top of a picture, I mean, you can go to Google and you can look for anything. That's what's so awesome about it. Can you see how excited I get about this? I mean, because I think I found this from Shalene. I mean, I could literally go out and just type in anything and it's going to squat. Let's see what it comes up with. I don't know. We might be afraid with some of these things that it comes up with, but look, I mean, there's all these cute little things. I mean, I could put a little caricature drawing of somebody doing a squat on a picture. I mean, there's just a lot of cool things you can do with this. So that's another app that I really like. So those are really the things that I use the most for my pictures. Like I said, I have some other things on here. I don't even know what they do because I just don't ever use them and they were recommended to me. So, really that's just a core. You don't need like a collage app. You don't need, like I used to have Pic Collage and Pixit and all these different collage apps. And I'm like, well, they all kind of do the same thing. And then I found Moldiv. I'm like, well, it does collages plus. So I'm always looking, because I don't want a bunch of apps taking up space on my phone. So I'm always trying to find the ones that have, more bang for the buck. And I think WordSwag might have been like $1.99 or something. PhotoFi, I paid 99 cents, I think, so that it doesn't show the little PhotoFi watermark in my pictures. I mean, these are so inexpensive. It's just ridiculous. They're from free to like $1.99. That's what you're looking at investing in this. Flipagram is something that I use just to create those pictures, like the video pictures. Let's see if I have one in here. You guys saw, that's what I did with my my Team Dare to Dream picture recently. I don't know if they saved in here. Are they saved in here? I don't even know if I'm logged in. I am. Oh, look, there's all you guys in there. All my friends. How do I get out of this? Anyway. There she is. There it is. So that was my Flipagram. I did that with Flipagram. It's just like a video slideshow or a picture slideshow. And we'll just stop it right there, coincidentally enough. And you can add music to it, which that makes it fun too. So again, I mean, this is really fun to do with, you know, your team pictures, challenger pictures. Of course, you want to get people's permission, even your story. So think about your story. Like you want to create your story. You're not really comfortable doing a video and writing it all out. It can be kind of tedious. You can do that here, and you can add text to these. You can add text. And actually what I did, see with this picture here, I did that in Rona Magic. I mean, I did actually several apps because I put my logo in there. I did the blur. So I made that picture in a photo app. And then I added in everybody's picture here. And you can add text. I didn't add any text, but you can. So that's what's really cool about Flipagram. It's a great way to tell your story without having, people don't like to read a whole bunch of words. The only other thing I'll show you real quick is video and my video apps. I typically use Video Shop to edit my videos. So like if I take a workout video and you know, maybe I just put my camera up and I recorded maybe a couple minutes of a workout. Well, maybe I don't want to show 2 minutes of a workout, or maybe I did, you know, several segments. You know, I can chop the video apart in here. I don't have to take it. I used to have to take it and upload it to Movie Maker on my computer. I mean, now literally I can just do all of this from my phone. So Video Shop is something that I would use for, and you can add still photos to it as well. So you know, maybe you want the opening slide to be a still photo, and then you have your video showing after that. Maybe you want that opening slide to be 21 Day Fix Extreme logo, or your before and after picture, and then you show yourself doing some of the workouts, and then you have, you know, the end. So there's a lot of cool stuff you can do with that. So that is really what I wanted to show you as far as apps goes. So it's really, I think it's fun to play around with these things. Now it can also be a bunny trail, meaning that it can be something that you just start like going and you just can't get out of it because you're having so much fun and you find out these cool things like, oh, I want to do that and I want to do that. So, you know, give yourself time to play with it, right? And then, but you know, you might have to set yourself a timer, because what I'm going to want you to do, here is your piece of to do, your actionable item. I'm going to stop sharing here. I want you, you may already have it. Now here's two things. If you are using another app that you think is the bomb diggity, then I want you to share that with us, just like I share with you. There are no secrets. Don't think that you're going to keep this favorite app to yourself so that nobody's going to be able to do this particular thing with their pictures. Don't be like that. As Shalene Johnson says, we share our answers. That's what we do. That's what we do on Team Dare to Dream, and that's what we do on Tracy's team as well. So share if you have another app that you love, and tell us why you love it. And then I want you to create I want you to create 1 day of 3 compelling posts, which you're going to be doing anyway, so this is not busy work. And I want you to share them. So I want you to go into our WOW page, and I want you to share your 3 compelling posts. And if you want, I mean, you could actually, you know, include a link to your Facebook page if you don't want, but we won't all be able to see it if we're not all friends with you. So I want you to go ahead and share your 3 posts in the page. Any questions? And at least one of those posts should be a picture that you made using one of your fun new app tools. So you're going to create your 1 day of 3 compelling posts. You're going to share that, and you're going to have at least one of those be a photo that you yourself made using one of these new tools that you learned about tonight. And there's a ton of questions down here in the chat. Do I need to read all of these? Is there anything in here, any questions that I need to answer? Looks like y'all were having a conversation. Did I not, is there anything I didn't cover?
Deb, do you want us to share all 3 of those posts, or just the one that we make with the app?
I was thinking that out loud as I said it. Let's just share the one with the picture. Okay. Because you're right, then we're going to have a ton of posts, and it's going to be crazy.
Nicole wants to know how you take your pictures so you're not up close, like at a distance.
Well, you know what?
And Nicole, that's called a tripod.
It is called a tripod, and my daughter took mine. I use a little Gorilla tripod. I
bought a remote camera taker or picture taker, and it's a little, you can get these little remotes for your camera. It hooks into your camera with a Bluetooth. I have one of those too, Donna. So you set up the tripod, and there are these little remotes that you can just hold in your hand, and you can be working out or whatever, and you can just click with your finger, and it will take a picture from across the room.
There's a remote. Oops.
Yep, so you got one too.
It dropped it.
Us folks with no hubbies or kids have to do that.
Looks like that. $8 on Amazon.
Yep.
I also have a timer on your iPhone. There's a timer. So if you go into, did I lose my thingy here? If you go into your camera on the new iPhone 6s, it's got a timer mode. So I do that a lot. Let's see if I can find it again. I just took a picture of myself. This mirroring thing is so cool. It's so cool. It's crazy. So like right here is my timer. I can set it to 10 seconds. I can prop it up way over here. And then I just push a button. You can set it to 3 seconds too. And there's my picture. So if you have the iPhone, this is one of the coolest things about the iPhone, whatever. But yes, the Gorilla, I think, Donna, do you have a Gorilla? Did you show us a Gorilla? Yeah, Sydney took mine. I'm sure there's other brands, but
it's a fake Gorilla, but
okay.
It works.
What's cool about these is they wrap around stuff. So, and I've got the one that has magnetic ends, although it's never really come in handy for me. But you know what we do with our videos for size, for instance, we have a light that we have downstairs, and it's called a Diva light. There's other lights, but it's basically a ring light, and it gives you good lighting because our downstairs is kind of dark. And we could take this Gorilla tripod, and we can wrap the legs around the light and set it right there in the middle of the light. And then we can, we'll just press the video, and we'll come back and start doing our thing. And so that's really how we do a lot of our workout videos, just with that. So that's what I really like about that, with the legs that just wrap around everything. So that's cool. And I think the Gorilla was maybe $30, but like Donna said, there's other methods. I think Christine Dwyer introduced me to that, so I just went and got that one. But I need another one because Sydney took it to college. Anything else? What else are we talking about that I missed? Anything? Was this helpful? Yeah? Hopefully you guys learned some new tips and tricks. And if you have any that I don't know, I would love to know too. We can all learn from each other. So I'm going to let you guys go since we have been on this phone for about 50 minutes. And I so appreciate you guys getting on, and I will post a recording so that everybody else can listen as well. And there is a 24 max on this Zoom account. So I'm so glad that it was full to capacity, and just keep that in mind for next time. Snooze, you lose, right? Tracy, get on early or watch it on recording. Bye-bye. Good night, everybody.